Hello, my name's Hugh Edwards and I'm the CEO of Gravy for the Brain, a voiceover training and resources company. If you're looking to book a voice artist to create voice recordings for use in one of your products, but you haven't done it before, you may find the licensing aspect of the contract confusing. This 2-minute guide will explain voiceover licensing to you, the hirers, so that you understand the process, which is sometimes confusing. The simplest way to understand the licensing of voice recordings in your products is to use the direct analogy of the film industry. If a film company creates a film and wants a specific music track in their film, they need the rights to use that music. They get those rights from whoever owns the copyright to the music. In practical terms, this means that they need to buy a license to use that music in their film. Once the film company gets the license to use the music, it does not own the music. Rather, it's licensed, or as non-lawyers would say, given a right to use that music. But it's not a right to do anything, of course. The rights given to the film company are usually limited in time or by geographical location, and sometimes even how it can be used in the film. So, typical restrictions might be a right to use the music for 2 years, only within the USA, for example, within a film, or within any film except a pornographic film, and the medium that the film is in, for example, cinema, television, and on-demand services. The more budget a film company has, the more geographical regions they can afford to license the music for, and the more platforms they can license the music for as well. This is why, in some cases, certain films are not allowed to be shown on certain channels, or may have different music in different countries. In some cases, deals are negotiated based on the number of music tracks selected for the film from a particular publisher versus the discounted costs they may then pay for those licenses. This model is exactly the same for voiceover recordings, as they are in essence the same thing. They're recorded audio media. You, as the hirer, do not own the voice recordings. In fact, in many countries it's illegal to sell the copyright of one's own recordings. Rather, you buy a license to use the voice recordings in your product, whatever that may be. Now, this process often becomes confusing because even if you own the copyright of the actual script itself, the voice artist by law owns the rights to their own performance. Now, this method of licensing commonly has the term usage, i.e., you're paying for the use of those recordings. For more information on this, you can refer to the additional detail in the text of this page. The common factors in licensing voice recordings are: number 1, the number of geographical locations. Number 2, the amount of people who will see, hear, or use the product. Number 3, the number of platforms or media the product will be used on. And number 4, the duration of the license that's granted. For example then, the license cost for use of the recordings in one geographical location on one platform for just 1 year may be comparatively small, whereas the license cost for the use of the recordings globally for 3 years on all platforms and the web could be comparatively high. In very rare cases, some hiring companies wish to license the recordings globally on all platforms for all time, and as you can guess, this would have a much higher and sometimes prohibitive cost associated with it. As with most things though, the deal can usually be negotiated. And as with the film example, this is usually best done by bringing a higher volume of work to the table. Remember, using a talented, high quality and professional voiceover artist for your product does come with a cost. But in exchange for that, you receive a higher quality performance for your product, greater perceived professionalism for your brand, and you raise the public perception of your business in general. Yes, you can always find someone to work cheaper for you in any industry, but ask yourself, what impact will that have on your products? What impact will that have on the quality of your public perception? What impact will choosing the cheapest option have on the quality of your brand? I hope you found this guide to licensing voiceover recordings useful and wish you luck with your projects.